is he flashing red? Flashing red. Red, yeah. Hello ladies and gents, here we are back with another karting video, something a bit different this time. We're outdoor karting at PF International. Originally, me and Will, who you can see in a Spider-Man helmet, we were booked into Stoke-on-Trent karting with Team Sport in the electric karts, but with the new government guidance, indoor karting circuits can no longer open until the 17th of May. That video will be coming. We do still have spaces there. We just need to figure out when we're going once they reopen. But we thought, hey, seeing as indoor karting's closed, let's go outdoors instead. So here we are. We're just trying out getting into a couple of karts, making sure everyone fits all right. These here at PFI, they use the Sodi RT5 karts. They're 390cc engines compared to what I believe are the 200cc engines that you tend to get in indoor karting. Just talking about Will here, showing him he needs where to put the visor and stuff, because he's actually using my helmet, my old helmet. I say it's an old helmet. I've got a new helmet. I still use that one from time to time, but he's going to be using it today because he's got my old drift camera on it, so we can see some stuff from his perspective as well. So here we are. We're getting into our kart. They're a bit snug. The gentleman just here who works there, he's explained to me that he actually got the other kart out for me, the one that was to the side, because the seat was a bit wider. Because as you know, I'm a big lad. He said he didn't want to sound rude, but we all get it now. It's just a thing that happens. Just going today, so just talking now, just explaining a couple of stuff, and we'll get up into the opening lap, shall we?
You know what, wait,
So then, here we are, out onto track. You'll see, me and Sam both did this. As we came out of the pit lane, we looked towards the track, even though we knew it was only going to be the three of us on there. Just a habit you tend to pick up from karting anywhere. So, I didn't actually explain this earlier, this is my first time ever karting outdoors. It's the same with Will's. This is actually only Will's third time karting ever. So we thought we'll let him go ahead and see how he's doing. But then, actually, we got tired of him. We got tired of sitting behind him already, and so we just went past him. We thought we'll just floor it, and we'll catch up to him in a bit, and we'll see how he is once everything's been warmed up. So down the hill into the set of hairpins, we'll come around, and then Sam's just going to come past on our left-hand side. You will notice at the beginning of the video, Sam's also got a camera on his helmet now, so I'm going to drop a link to his channel in the description. Make sure you go and check it out from his perspective, because having been outdoor karting before, he was a lot faster than both me and Will. I think his fastest lap was about 6 seconds faster than mine, which is about right. It's kind of what we expected, considering how much faster he is on me than indoors. He's about 10, I think it's something random, he tends to be about 10% faster than me, because we believe it's because of weight wise rather than too much in skill wise. He is a better driver than me as well, but we assume that most of it is down to the weight difference. Of course, having not been karted in a few months, we've put on some lockdown pounds as well. So, but yeah, here we come into the second lap. One thing about PFI is they say they don't mind you using the curbs, but when you do like this, it's a horrible noise. It really grates on your ears, so try not to do it too much. This was actually our second lap out. This is our second fastest lap of the session. I've got the timing sheet just here. It was a 1 minute 17.88 seconds. They say a good lap time around PFI for the regulars, once they've been a couple of times, is around 1 minute 10 in their rental karts, which is about right, because it's not actually that much slower in their rental karts to the owner kart to when Club 100 do it, because when they do it, as you can see when you come around here, they've got that coned off bit to the right hand side. They go around and use that extra bit of loop, so it adds some distance to the circuit, and so on and so forth. But I'll leave you with the footage. Every now and then it'll cut to just a footage from we'll call it Will Cam as well. So you can see how he's doing and how he's coping with the whole thing. And I'll jump in every now and then with some commentary like usual. So, as we come up to the start-finish straight, I'll just give you a quick run-through of a lap in the rental cars at PFI. Down the long start-finish straight, foot to the floor all the way in. Into the first chicane, it's a right-left, keep your foot pinned the whole way through. Try and get as close to the curbs as you can. On this up-bankment bit, I'm not too sure what the line is. I think ideally it's a start wide and then come in narrow, come back out wide, so that you're ready for over the bridge. Keep to the left-hand side. And then down the hill, just clipping the apex on your right hand side. Use a little bit of the exit curve if you need to. It's flat out down this back straight all the way, reaching about 60-65ish miles an hour and braking late for the first hairpin. Clip it on your right hand side and finish on the left. Make your way over to the right hand side down this next stretch. Again, braking late and getting the apex on your left. I wasn't actually very good at the apexes on this, as you can tell. Just need a bit more practice in the karts. Come all the way to the right, into the left right of the second chicane. Try not to batter the curbs too much on exit. For this corner, you could dab on the brakes or just let off on the accelerator a little. Clip that all the way to the left and then back to the right hand side to follow the curb around. On this next one, follow the left hand curb around. Try and get your front wheel as close to that white line as possible. Find a right hander and then back onto the start finish straight to begin another lap. So, one thing you'll notice probably throughout this video is that I constantly move the position of my hands on the car, on the wheel. This is because it was actually really hard work around this circuit in their rental carts. We are the first ones to use the carts that we're in over 6 months since the venue first had to close their rental carts due to COVID. So the steering's still a little bit stiff on them, but it also could be because it's been around 4-ish months since I last got into a kart and managed to go racing properly, which would have been the Santa Carts Grid event at Team Sport in Notts. Comment down below if you want to see that video. I did record the event. I just haven't posted it anyway yet or done any editing for it. But let me know if you want to see it, and I'll get around to editing that. Another thing is, if you're looking at booking into PFI at any point in the future, I would recommend taking more people. It's not that having just the 3 of us wasn't fun. It was fun in its own right, getting to just churn out lap after lap, trying to improve lap times and so on and so forth. It's just that I personally prefer the racing aspect of karting, so head to head with another driver, than just on a lap churning out lap after lap like we kind of end up doing here. You'll see at one point in the video we overtake Will and then just disappear again, but I actually slow down about a lap later to let him catch up, and we just have somebody to race with. So here we are, coming up to about halfway through the session. As you can see on the clock there, about 15 minutes, just over 15 minutes left. And you can see that little speck in the distance, that's Will. We're just catching up to him to lap him for the first time. For the first and only time actually, we only lapped him once. Over the bridge section, that was probably his slowest bit, but we catch him a lot on the braking point into the hairpins as well, which you're about to see. I just look back there because Sam is also right behind us. So coming up to the first hairpin, brake late like I said earlier, and catch right up to him just there. Sam's now on our right hand side. I can tell he's coming over, so I just let off a little bit, moved to the side, let him through for a nice double overtake on his part. I just come across the inside of Will as well, and we're in front and past him. We'll take a look at that from Will's perspective just now. So here we are on Will's perspective. You see he brakes really early for this first hairpin. He also doesn't take it all the way to the left hand side, so he doesn't carry as much speed through. Sam is already side by side with me at this point, just let him through. He comes up on Will's left, Will goes wide to let him through, and I just slot into the gap that he opens up, then come past him as well. Nice clean racing from the 3 of us. It's interesting to see actually, because Sam has actually already overtaken Will once at this point. So it shows how much faster we are compared to each other. That at the exact second time that Sam has come to overtake Will, I am overtaking him for the first time. I think it was about 6-ish seconds between all of our lap times. So Sam was a 1 minute 11 seconds, I was 1 minute 17, and Will was a 1 minute 23. So yes, it was actually 6 seconds exactly spaced out between all 3 of us on our fastest lap times, which I personally think is quite interesting to see. So here, this is going to be my fastest lap of the day, as well as my last full lap of the session. See, there's 5 minutes on the clock. This fastest lap was a 1 minute 17.26, so my second best was the second lap I did on the session, which was a 1:17.88. That's how much, that's how quickly my arms started to ache. So by lap 10 from the looks of my timing sheet, my lap time started to go downhill. Before that I was kind of 1.5-ish seconds around each time. But I managed to do a couple of slow laps, 1 minute 30s before I did this lap. Saved my arms a little bit, and I thought I'll do one final burst as quick as I can. My arms are going to hate me afterwards, but I'm going to pull in on the lap afterwards from there anyway. So coming into the final bit, this is what they class as the technical section. Just clip those curbs nicely on the sides again. So tyre on the inside tyre on the white line. Probably could have taken that one a lot narrower, possibly got it into the 1 minute 16s. But took in human DRS and across the line with just over 3.5 minutes left on the timer. This is going to be our end lap, and well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Obviously, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, click subscribe. Hopefully with the karting circuits now opening, and with the government's scheme of not going backwards on now reclosing things once they've opened, there should be a lot more karting videos out in the future. Also make sure you hit the bell icon so you're notified of any new uploads on the channel. We will be at PFI again, hopefully soon. We're looking at around the beginning-ish of May with a lot of our friends from work, so a lot of other karting enthusiasts. Hopefully we're looking at getting around 10, maybe 15-ish people to come around the track, so hopefully a lot more battles you'll see. We'll most definitely look at talking them into doing 2 15-minute sessions though, rather than a half an hour, so that we don't hurt as much doing half an hour straight. And I'll leave you with the rest of the video.